Hello, my name is Sharon Jarvis, and welcome to Algebra 2 Honors. So, a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Edison. So, I went through the Edison school system. I went to Woodbrook School, Woodrow Wilson Middle School, and of course, J.P. Stevens High School. And now I'm a teacher at J.P. Stevens High School. I've been a teacher at JP for about 23 years. I graduated from Rutgers University with an undergraduate and a graduate degree, and I have 3 teenage children currently at home. A little bit about our Algebra 2 course. So our Algebra 2 course is truly just an extension of Algebra 1. So it's sort of like a continuation. So Algebra 1, we stick with mostly linear and quadratic equations. And in Algebra 2, we can continue that. So we start to look at quadratics and beyond. All right, so if you'd like to pause the video and read through our topics, feel free. In terms of my teaching methods, so typically our students will come into our classrooms and there'll be some sort of warm-up or activity on the smartboard. That warm-up will be followed with a learning objective and then some examples for the current lesson that we're learning. So we're sort of taking it back to a traditional classroom, considering that we just came through this remote experience. So we'll do some more traditional note-taking, paper pencil note-taking off the board and things like that. Students will typically go home with homework or extended learning activities almost every evening. So as long as there's a new concept to be practiced, the students will have a homework assignment. And that homework will be checked from time to time, not every night, but certainly periodically, just to see that they're putting the appropriate effort in and they're completing their assignments. In terms of assessments, there will be no pop quizzes or pop tests. All assessments will be announced in advance so the students are well aware and can prepare. They must show all work neatly in an organized manner to receive full credit on tests and quizzes. Last bullet is very important. We take academic integrity very seriously at JP Stevens, so we're not copying off of each other or off of any outside sources. In the event that something like that does occur, it will be taken directly to administration. So in terms of our grading policy, math department grading policy is the same straight through. It's a district policy. So our major assessments will be 45% of the grade. Our minor assessments will be 40%. Our extended learning activities or homework will be 5%, and our quarterlies will make up 10%. So in terms of our major assessments, those will be just our tests. Our minor assessments will be quizzes. And in terms of quarterlies, at the end of each marking period, the students will take a quarterly exam, and those 4 quarterlies will be averaged to make up that 10% quarterly grade. And that last little phrase is rather important. So at the end of the marking period, we often have students saying, what can I do to improve my grade? The math department does not offer extra credit in any courses at any level throughout the entire school year. So extra credit will not be provided to any students by any teacher in the math department. In terms of student responsibility, In terms of student responsibility and expectations, the first bullet is one that I'd like to highlight. I'd like to see students this year maintain a healthy balance between academic life and social life. So our students should not be, or your child should not be coming home and completing 5 to 6 hours of Algebra 2 homework, for instance, in one night. There should be a nice, healthy balance where they're involved in some clubs and organizations, as well as sports, as well as social activities, and of course, academics. Let's skip down to the 4th bullet. Coming off of remote learning, our students are a bit more shy than they might have been a couple years ago. So they've been on a screen for a year and a half. So they've been sort of just hiding behind that little square, not quite asking for help, not quite saying what they need. So now's that time to sort of be a self advocate and ask for help and seek out what they need. All right. On the next screen, you'll see my email address. This is the quickest and easiest way to contact me. So send me an email, and within about 24 hours, I'll get back to you either via email or, if necessary, we can talk over the phone. And I think that's it for the evening. Have a good night.